Some stories don't end when the screen fades. They pause, right before the truth becomes too heavy to ignore. And what you are about to witness is not a continuation of peace. It is the moment where everything finally starts to break. In part 1, Jamie Fraser returned home expecting safety. But instead, he found a settlement filled with silence that felt like warning signs. Claire sensed it immediately. Something in this place had been rewritten while they were gone. Dougal challenged authority not with weapons, but with doubt. Laogaire reopened wounds that were never fully closed. And even memories of Frank Randall became enough to shake what was real and what was not. But the biggest question from part 1 still remains unanswered. Who quietly changed this home while they were gone? And why does it feel like everyone knows, but no one is saying it out loud? Now in part 2, the tension does not slow down. It multiplies, because outside the settlement, the danger is moving closer. But inside the walls, something even more unstable is forming. Trust is collapsing faster than defense. Alliances are shifting without warning. And every conversation now feels like it has a hidden second meaning. But before we go deeper, ask yourself this. If your own family started speaking differently when you returned, would you believe they changed? Or would you start questioning your own memory? And if someone told you there was a hidden hand controlling everything from the shadows, would you try to expose it? Or stay silent to protect what is left? Because in part 2, the truth does not arrive gently. It arrives like a collapse. And once it begins, no one inside this settlement will be able to stop what was already set in motion. So if you haven't seen part 1 yet, go back now. Because every silence, every glance, every argument was only the beginning. And now the real question is, when truth finally rises, who will still be standing on the same side? It began with truth becoming impossible to hide. That morning, the air felt different. Not calmer, just heavier, like the land itself was holding its breath. Jamie stood near the edge of the settlement watching the horizon. Nothing had changed out there, but everything had changed inside. Claire joined him quietly. "You feel it too," she said. Jamie didn't look away. Yes, something is being pushed toward us. And for the first time, he wasn't sure if he was talking about enemies or people he once trusted. Inside the hall, Dougal Mackenzie was already speaking again, but this time, it wasn't anger, it was control. "We cannot follow a leader who brings more danger than protection," he said firmly. The room didn't react. Loudly, that was worse, because silence meant agreement was growing. Laogaire stood near the back, watching Jamie like she was waiting for a moment to break him completely, and Claire saw it clearly. This wasn't rebellion anymore. This was preparation. Then Lord John Grey arrived again, but this time his presence was not calm. It was urgent. "They are closing in," he said. "Not just scouts. A coordinated force. Someone is guiding them toward you." Jamie stepped forward. "Who?" Lord John paused. "That is the part I cannot confirm. But I can tell you this. This is not random." And in that moment, Jamie understood something worse than invasion. This was alignment. Someone inside was pointing the outside in their direction. Claire later found Mary Hawkins near the storage house. Mary was shaking again, but this time not from fear. From remembering. "They were never trying to destroy you," Mary whispered. Claire stepped closer. "Then what do they want?" Mary looked up slowly. "They want control of what your family represents." Claire felt her stomach tighten. "And what does my family represent?" Mary's voice broke slightly, something that was never meant to survive this long. At the same time, Roger Wakefield ran once more. But this time, he did not bring warnings. He brought certainty. "If nothing changes inside this settlement," he said, "then what is coming from outside will not matter, because you will already be broken." Dougal smiled faintly at that, as if he agreed, and that was the moment Claire realized. Some people were not afraid of collapse. They were waiting for it, far beyond the hills, unseen again. The shadow influence of Comte Saint-Germain tightened, not through presence, but through timing. Every argument inside the settlement, every delay, every mistrust, it all aligned too perfectly. And in a dim room far away, a voice spoke calmly. Let them reach the point where they choose destruction themselves. That evening, everything changed inside the settlement. Danton returned, but this time, he did not come alone. Armed men stood behind him, not many. Enough. This land holds what was taken from me, Danton said coldly. And I will take it back, one way or another. Jamie stepped forward immediately. No one takes anything here. Danton smiled slightly. That is what they all say. Before they lose everything, the tension snapped, not into war yet, but into readiness. Weapons were lifted, voices sharpened, and for the first time, the settlement stopped pretending it was still a home. It had become a position, a place waiting for impact. Claire looked at Jamie in that moment, and she understood. The real danger was no longer Danton outside the walls. It was the fact that inside those walls, some people were already deciding who deserved to fall. Laguerre stepped forward slightly and said something that changed everything. Maybe this is what was supposed to happen all along. Silence hit harder than any weapon, and in that silence, Jamie finally realized the truth he had been avoiding since his return. This settlement was not being attacked. It was being tested, and someone inside it was helping the test succeed. The final collapse did not begin with shouting. It began with a single truth refusing to stay buried any longer. That night, the sky over the settlement looked strangely calm, almost forgiving. But beneath it, everything was already in motion. Jamie stood inside the hall with Claire beside him. The fire was low again, not from lack of wood, but from lack of certainty. People were gathered, but no one looked like they belonged on the same side anymore. And then it happened. Danton stepped forward, but this time, there was no negotiation left in his voice. I did not come here for discussion, he said. I came here because this place was built on what was taken from my family. Jamie's eyes narrowed. Your family has no claim here. Danton shook his head slowly. That is what you believe. Because you were never told the full truth. The words hit the room harder than any weapon. Claire felt it immediately. This was not just a threat outside the walls. This was connected to something older, something hidden. And before she could speak, Mary Hawkins stepped forward from the shadows. Her hands were shaking, but her voice was steady. For the first time, "It is true," she said. Quietly, every head turned, even. Jamie froze slightly. Mary continued, This land, this settlement, it was changed before you returned. Decisions were made while you were gone. Agreements, silence, cover-ups. Laguerre's expression shifted for the first time. Not anger. Fear. Claire stepped closer to Mary. What did you just say? Mary looked at her directly. I am saying your home was never just abandoned. It was negotiated. The room erupted instantly. Voices, accusations, confusion. But Jamie did not move, because in that moment, he realized the second crisis had already arrived, and it was worse than Danton. Outside, armed movement began again. Danton's men were preparing, but something else was happening too. A second group, unknown, unmarked, watching. Lord John Grey entered the hall urgently. This is no longer containable, he said. If this continues, everything here will collapse within hours. Jamie finally turned to him. Then tell me who is pulling the strings. Lord John hesitated, and that hesitation said everything. Far away, the unseen influence tightened one last time. The Duke of Sandringham's shadow strategy had reached its final stage. Comte Saint-Germain's pressure had already ensured chaos outside the walls, and now Inside the walls, truth was doing the rest. Claire looked at Jamie again, but this time her eyes were different because she understood what Mary's words really meant. Someone inside their circle had made choices that changed everything, and those choices could not be undone. Jamie finally spoke, his voice low. "Who decided this without telling me?" Silence. Then Dougal Mackenzie stepped forward. "I did what was necessary to keep this settlement alive." That was the moment everything broke. Claire stepped back slightly. Jamie stared at him. "You made decisions for all of us." Dougal didn't deny it. "I saved what was left." And suddenly, survival and betrayal became the same word. Outside, Danton's forces moved closer. Inside, trust collapsed completely, and Claire realized the final truth. The enemy was no longer one person. It was the outcome of every hidden decision made in silence. The attack began at the same moment the truth fully surfaced. Chaos erupted outside the walls. But inside, something even more irreversible happened. Jamie turned slowly toward the people he once led and said only one thing. "After tonight, nothing will be the same. The settlement survived the night, but unity did not." Danton's threat was pushed back. The external danger did not win, but it was not a victory either, because inside the hall, relationships were already broken beyond repair. Claire stood alone for a moment, realizing something painful. They were alive, but no longer whole. Jamie and Claire looked at each other across a distance that was no longer physical. It was emotional and permanent. Some truths had been revealed too late, and some bonds, once broken, do not return to what they were. The settlement still stands, but it is not the same place anymore. Trust has changed shape. Loyalty has new borders.
And every face now carries a question no one dares to ask out loud. Who can still be trusted when survival required betrayal, and so it ends, not with peace, but with survival that feels like loss? The walls are still standing, but inside them, something important has already fallen.
And that's where today's story ends. But your journey doesn't have to stop here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories, emotional moments, and shocking twists. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. We bring you the best scenes, deep story breakdowns, and trailer-style videos from your favorite series and movies. And now you can watch more videos on this channel. Just click on the next one and dive into another world of drama, emotion, and unforgettable stories. See you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned and keep watching.